Alright, so today I'm going to set up a linear equation and I'm going to solve it as a proportion. And what you need to know is a proportion is an equation with stage. Oh my goodness, pardon me. If you'll notice, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, so you'll have to bear with me a little bit, which states two ratios, which are fractions, are equal. And for example, we know that 5 out of 10 is equal to 1/2. And let me make that look like a 10. And to solve proportions, we cross multiply, and I'm going to use my 5 over 10 over 1/2 as an example. If I multiply 2 times 5, it should equal 1 times 10. And sure enough, 10 equals 10, and that's it. So if I had something like this, x over 4 equals say 2 over 8. Well, if I cross multiply, I get 2 times 4, which is 8, and I get 8 times x, which is 8x. So I say 8x equals 8. This means 8 times x equals 8. So how do I find the value of x? I divide by 8. 8 goes into 8x 1x times, and 8 goes into 8 once. So how do we solve proportions or linear equations that involve proportions? Say I have something like this. 3x minus 2 over 5 equals 6. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write my question down. I'm not going to call it 6, I'm going to call it 6 over 1. I'm going to cross multiply, I get 3x minus 2 equals, let me rephrase that, I'm going to get 3x minus 2 times 1 times 5 times 6, which gives me 3x minus 2 equals 30. I'm going to add 2 to both sides because I need to get x by itself. I bring my 3x down. I get 3x equals 32. I need to get x by itself. I have 3 times x, so I'm going to divide by 3. I'm going to divide by 3, and I get x equals 32 thirds, which is 10 and 2 thirds. And that was just a quick example. I'm going to give you another example. I'm going to erase this one here. As always, if you're a little confused, you're copying down the example and I go too fast, just pause the video and rewind. Let's say I have something like this. I'm going to do another one. So I have 2x minus 3 over 4 equals, so I have something like 2/5. Well, I'm going to rewrite my question. 2x minus 3 over 4 equals 2/5. I'm going to cross multiply, and now you run into a little bit of a different scenario. Equals 2 times 4, and I have to distribute. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute the 5 with the 2x, and I get 10x minus 15 equals 8. I'm going to add 15 to both sides because I'm trying to isolate my variable, which is x, and I get 10x equals 23. I'll divide by 10, and I get x equals 23 tenths, or 2 and 3 tenths. I'm going to do one last one, and this one's going to look like this. 3x minus 1 over a negative 2 equals 3 over negative 4. So if I rewrite, well, I'm just going to go right ahead and cross multiply. I get a negative 4 times 3x minus 1 equals to a 3 times a negative 2. And if you'll notice, I'm using parentheses really effectively. If I just wrote 3 negative 2, it would look like 3 minus 2. Because I have this negative 4 outside of these parentheses, I'm going to distribute, and I get a negative 12x, and I get a positive 4 equals a negative 6. I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. And I bring down my negative 12x equals a negative 10. I had to divide by negative 12 because negative 12 divided by negative 12 is 1. So negative 12x divided by negative 12 is 1x equals, I have a negative and a negative, which is positive, and it's 10/12. But that simplifies, that simplifies to 5/6. All right, I hope this video was helpful. Go back and rewatch it if you have to. And that's all. Enjoy.